East Hampton Town Board, we are live and being recorded. Happy New Year.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the organizational meeting for 2023. Carol, would you please read the roll call?
Present.
Present.
Here. Present.
Present. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Town Board organizational meeting for 2023. It is my pleasure to be here to serve another year as your town supervisor, and I'm excited to work together with my fellow council members and the community on the many issues and challenges that we face as a town. COVID-19 pandemic has continued to impact us throughout the 2022 year with supply chain issues, anxiety, fatigue, frustration, economic and human losses. We were able to resume many of the activities that we had previously had to avoid, but now once again, we see a resurgence of COVID and precautions are warranted. The town continued to offer free COVID home test kits as well as flu and COVID testing at the former CDCH building at 110 Stephen Hands Path throughout 2022. We now know that the effectiveness of vaccines wanes over time, and it is therefore imperative to get booster shots to prevent serious illness or death from this insidious disease. We encourage everyone to get vaccinated and stay up to date on their boosters. We will continue to work with local businesses to reduce the economic impacts of COVID-19. For example, by encouraging outdoor dining through zoning changes. We lobbied for the passage of legislation sponsored by Assemblyman Fred Thiel that supports our off-site catering businesses by modernizing the state liquor authority regulations. And we're pleased that Governor Kathy Hochul has signed this legislation into law. We will continue to monitor and work to mitigate the effects of the pandemic for as long as necessary. Housing affordability. One of the most acute impacts from the pandemic has been the skyrocketing costs and dramatic shortage of housing. Businesses, school districts, our community hospital, and municipal government are all struggling to hire and retain staff. Restaurants and other businesses are operating fewer days of the week, and commute times from more affordable areas are becoming unbearable. The lack of available housing continues to be one of the most serious and immediate threats to the well-being and sustainability of our community. Last January, I announced All Hands on Housing initiative to advance solutions to address the housing crisis as fast as possible. Each board member was tasked with a specific aspect of this problem: development of community housing fund plan, informing the public of the ballot referendum, review of potential zoning changes, acquisition of land, and developing housing units. We've been busy moving these projects forward by partnering with the East Hampton Housing Authority on the 50 affordable apartment units under construction on 3 Mill Arbor Road and advancing the plans to build 16 single-family homes on 12 acres of town-owned land at 395 Panago Road. Partnering with Habitat for Humanity resulted in another affordable house, this time for a local single parent and veteran. Working with both the Housing Authority and Sag Harbor Community Housing Trust, the town board is advancing plans for an additional 50 affordable rental units, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms for those with moderate incomes at the former Triune Baptist Church property on Route 114 in Waynescott. We've discussed and reviewed several potential code changes to further encourage participation in the town's affordable accessory apartment pilot program and have increased the allowable density for affordable single-family homes from 2 units per acre to 4, as allowed under the Suffolk County health regulations. I am so proud that our community has overwhelmingly supported the Community Housing Fund referendum, with 69% of voters saying yes to create an ongoing funding source to address our housing crisis. This 0.5% transfer tax is paid only by the purchasers of real property within the township and does not increase property taxes. The fund will be audited annually to ensure compliance with state and town statutes. We'll be appointing a community housing fund committee this year. as prescribed in the recently passed legislation, which will advise the town on developing policies and procedures and will vet and recommend expenditures of the Community Housing Fund to the town board. The committee will comprise at least one member each with a background in banking, construction, real estate, and at least 3 members with a background in community housing or human services. These efforts comprise the town's most significant housing effort to date and will continue our commitment to improving housing situation this year. The airport. With the expiration of FAA grant assurances in September of 2021, and after an extensive series of town board work sessions, public workshops, and studies, and with the guidance of FAA officials, our intention has been to transition East Hampton's town-owned airport to a prior permission required model of operation, which we believe will give the town the most flexibility in crafting restrictions that balance the needs of the entire community. We plan to begin implementing restrictions in May of 2022 so that they would be in place in time for the summer season. This past May, aviation interests initiated multiple lawsuits against the town in an attempt to prevent us from implementing community-supported reasonable restrictions on the hours of operation, traffic volume, noise, and environmental impacts. New York State Supreme Court Judge Baisley, in response to these complaints, issued a temporary restraining order. In October of 22, the same Judge Baisley ruled in favor of the plaintiffs, barring the town from implementing our reasonable restrictions, citing, among other things, noncompliance with the State Environmental Quality Review Act, SECRA, and requiring the town to conduct an environmental impact study. We have appealed the judge's decision and have also initiated a full generic environmental impact study, GEIS, as the court has required, which will study alternatives ranging from implementing various restrictions to closure. The town board remains committed to successfully reaching the community's goal to gain meaningful relief for the ever-growing multitude of people whose quality of life is negatively affected by aircraft noise and to improve the environment by reducing emissions. Wireless master plan and communications improvements. There's been ongoing public interest and discussion in the issue of emergency communications, as well as cell carrier coverage throughout the town, and especially in Springs. Topics the town board is fully aware of and has been working diligently to try and resolve. To boost emergency communication system in Springs, until a new tower is erected and equipment can be installed, the town has had a cell on wheels, or COW, located at the town dock at Gann Road since June. East Hampton Town Planning and Board and Architectural Review Board have recently approved a long-awaited emergency communications tower in Springs. The Camp Blue Bay Tower will complete the townwide emergency communications upgrade, as well as provide cellular communications in several areas of the hamlet of Springs, which currently are communication dead zones. However, it has become clear that no single tower will completely eliminate coverage and capacity gaps within Springs or the town at large. By engaging Cityscape, a communications consulting firm, we've identified areas where the issues of both coverage and capacity. These issues are likely to grow with the increased demand of data streaming and services by our community members. Pending updates to the town code and our wireless master plan are designed to make it easier and more efficient for cell phone carriers such as Verizon and AT&T to add equipment sites in dead zones, filling coverage gaps. These changes include revisions to the process by which approvals for cell sites can be obtained, removing a number of those procedures from planning board review and making them administrative where appropriate. Changes in the minimum required setbacks for adjacent property lines, which recently went into effect, will give the town and providers more flexibility in citing these services, which we know are in great demand. A town-wide survey conducted by Cityscape showed that almost 91% of the respondents town-wide supported improved communications and new cell sites over concerns of aesthetics. Cellular service is provided by independent private corporations, and to the degree that the town can encourage wireless providers to improve service, we will do so. To further this effort, the town's draft wireless communications plan will be presented and discussed in January and February of this year. There are several important building projects that are being planned or are now underway. Town board recently purchased property next to the town-owned Terry King Ball Field, which is well suited as a site for construction of a new senior center. We've hired R2 Architectural and Engineering, who conducted a public engagement process that fully assesses the needs of seniors and the community to better inform the design for the center. The board has discussed with our consultants at several public work sessions, a variety of potential design programs, and we have narrowed the focus to 2 possible designs. A decision will be made early this year with site work immediately following. This will be the first building project undertaken by the town of East Hampton with the goal of reaching net zero emissions by producing as much energy as it uses, which aligns with our climate crisis declaration and sustainability goals. We're extremely excited about this project that will meet the needs of our aging community now and well into the future. The town began constructing 2 new ball fields at Stephen Hand's Path recreational property to replace ball fields displaced by the Stony Brook Southampton Hospital satellite emergency room. The hospital will be contributing $1.75 million for the construction of the new ball fields in exchange for a long-term lease at the Panago site. Construction on the hospital emergency facility will also begin later this year, providing much-needed medical access here in East Hampton. This past year, we dedicated an accessible multi-use bike and pedestrian path, the Buckskill Preserve, in memory of Zachary Cohen, longtime Nature Preserve Committee Chair and community advocate. More accessible trails, a pavilion, and bathrooms are scheduled for construction at the 57-acre former Boys and Girls Harbor property on the west side of 3 Mile Harbor. Plans for construction of 2 pickleball courts in Montauk are also underway, and the basketball and tennis courts resurfacing at Springs School is planned for completion later this spring. The construction of the Lars Simonson Skate Park in Montauk was the highlight of our recreational efforts this year. This public-private partnership resulted in significant funds being raised privately to supplement the town's contribution, resulting in a world-class facility we can all be proud of. These are a few of our many park and public space improvements designed to create more opportunities and improve access to enjoy the beautiful open spaces for all of our residents and visitors alike. For a full listing, visit our town website at ehamptonny.gov. We are continuing our efforts to preserve local history by acquiring or restoring properties such as Carl Fisher House, Second House, and Brooks Park. The board recently authorized the hiring of a respected preservationist, Michael Devonshire, to advise the town board as to what should be done with the Brooks Park structures. Several important road infrastructure projects are also underway. The Stevens Hands Path Drainage Project is nearing completion. 2 other drainage projects are scheduled for Montauk, one at Industrial Road and Second House, and the other at Flamingo Road at the base of Tut Hill Road. These projects address chronic flooding, are long overdue, and expect to be completed this year. Stephen Hand's Path Long Lane Roundabout is being designed, and construction should begin this year, addressing congestion and safety concerns at one of our most heavily traveled roads. We've begun the Montauk Gateway project, which is one of the final stages of the public-private partnership to bury utility lines along the old Montauk Highway and at the intersection of Route 27, the entrance to downtown Montauk. This project improves the amazing ocean scenic vistas along both roadways and builds storm resilience. There are several other projects planned, accomplished, or underway, which may be accessed by, again, going to the town's website at ehamptonny.gov. Renewable energy and sustainability. On the renewable energy front, there are many milestones to report. First, the terrestrial work for the South Fork Wind Project is nearing completion. We continue to monitor the project to ensure consistency with the environmental management and construction plan and the conditions the town has imposed in our agreements with the project sponsor. We look forward to New York's first offshore wind farm going online and producing enough clean, renewable energy for 70,000 homes, furthering our commitment to reaching our 100% renewable energy goals. In 2022, the town completed a solar array on the roof of the town's Parks Department, which is combined with battery storage system. In addition to the estimated $10,000 in annual energy cost savings, this system will provide clean backup power at Town Hall in the event of power outages. We received $300,000 grant from the New York Power Authority for this project, the first municipal project of its type in New York State. We are also planning additional EV charging stations here at Town Hall campus, and will support our transition from fossil fuel powered vehicles to electric and electric hybrid vehicles consistent with our climate emergency declaration and new vehicle acquisition policies. This charging infrastructure will also be available to town residents for use. The town-wide LED street lighting upgrades will soon be underway and should be completed by 2023 as part of our ongoing effort to reduce energy consumption and fossil fuel emissions and achieve cost savings. We are partnering with New York Power Authority to help us complete this project. We will continue to encourage residents to participate in the town's Solarize and Energize East Hampton initiatives, which help residents contribute to a cleaner, healthier future and achieved increased cost savings. More information is available again at eHampton NY or by contacting the town's Natural Resources Department. Water quality and land preservation. In 2022, the town acquired 26 parcels equaling 72.8 acres using community preservation funds. Among the notable purchases this past year were 33 acres of farmland in Amagansett and 10 acres of farmland in East Hampton. These acquisitions help maintain our rural character, increase our resiliency and sustainability, and secure an agrarian future for our next generation of farmers. Many of the additional acquisitions protect wetlands and groundwater or expand adjacent open spaces. Revenues for the CPF continue to be robust. The current unencumbered fund balance for the Community Preservation Fund is $65 million. The recent acquisition of 18.8 acres in Montauk with general municipal funds is potentially another purchase that could benefit directly the water quality in Lake Montauk and Fort Pond. Both water bodies are currently listed as impaired. The town has continued to search for a viable site for sewage treatment plant to service the already densely developed Montauk downtown, docks, train station, and Dish Plains areas of Montauk. These areas directly discharge estimated 500,000 gallons of raw untreated sewage daily into the ground. Due to the high groundwater and space constraints, on-site treatment is not possible. To date, the only viable location identified to site such a plant is next to the capped landfill and communications tower farm in Hither Hills. The recently acquired town-owned land, 18 acres adjacent to Third House County Park, is being offered to Suffolk County as consideration for 14 acres they own next to the landfill. We don't believe there is a better option for siting the waste treatment plant in Montauk, but we remain open-minded and encourage constructive community participation to address this untenable situation. For many residential properties, innovative alternative septic systems are the best solution for treating septic waste. By greatly reducing nitrogen, a pollutant that impairs the water in our ponds, bays, creeks, and harbors, as well as our drinking water. The Town of East Hampton's Septic Improvement Program, initiated in 2017, is the first town program of its kind on Long Island and offers rebates that, coupled with Suffolk County grants, cover nearly all costs of upgrading your septic system. We have approved 900 eligibility applications to date, with 187 being approved in 2022. 149 innovative alternative systems were installed this past year. All new construction requires the installation of these innovative alternative systems and are not eligible for this program. We expect greater participation in the program following the recent decision by the USDA and IRS that rescinds the requirement to report septic grants as taxable income via 1099 forms. We will be contacting residents who were previously sent 1099s to inform them that this ruling and that they may file amended returns seeking tax credits or refunds. If you are interested in learning more about the septic rebate program, again, go to the town website at ehamptonny.gov or contact the town's Natural Resources Department. In 2022, the town has moved forward with continuing to lead by example through upgrading municipal facilities to IA sanitary systems, focusing on town-owned comfort stations, designing and installing stormwater abatement projects, and completing the first injection permeable reactive barrier on Long Island to improve quality of 3 Mile Harbor. In 2023, we will work with our state representatives to seek modifications to the allowable uses of CPF funds to include operation and maintenance costs for historic properties purchased with CPF funds, and to increase the 20% cap on water quality projects and allow designated water quality funds to accrue year over year. The town continues to look for ways to better inform the public as to available services, town projects, and important information. We have a social media presence on several platforms, such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. In addition, our website, ehamptonny.gov, is constantly being updated and contains links to various videos of all the boards, as well as work session agenda items, materials, and resolutions. There are pages listing all town parks and recreational facilities and activities. We're now utilizing QR codes on town signs and notices to link additional information. The weekly LTV show asks the supervisor discusses topics of interest. But even with all these methods of communication, we find that there is still a lack of awareness of important facts and information among some members of the public. To improve public awareness and outreach in 2023, we will be adding newsletter mailings to residents. Would also like to invite the public to contact me, my fellow council members, and staff if you have any questions or concerns, because we are here to serve you. Town finances are currently in excellent shape. Moody's again gave East Hampton its highest bond rating, AAA, in 2022. Through careful and conservative budgeting, we met our budgetary targets and stayed below the 2% tax cap. It is important to note that our community has experienced significant growth in the year-round residency in the last few years. And with this growth, increasing demands for services, the shortage of housing coupled with crippling inflation has further impaired the ability of local businesses, schools, our hospital, and municipalities such as East Hampton to hire and retain staff. The town board decided that it was necessary and appropriate to issue a one-time supplemental payment to full-time employees during the calendar year 2022 and to raise annual salaries between 6 and 10% in 2023 in order to remain competitive within our unique job market. These actions were taken outside of the CSEA union collective bargaining agreement. We appreciate the quality and dedication of our employees and understand that they are the foundation of our ability to provide necessary services and support for our community. We look forward to negotiating the next CSEA contract, which expires at the end of 2023. We'll also be seeking to fill several positions that will become vacant in 2023 due to retirements. Some of these positions include department heads who have served the town for many, many years and contributed greatly to our community. We thank all these retirees for their service and we wish them the very best in their well-deserved retirement. In closing, we have worked hard to provide the very best of services to the community, none of which would be possible without our dedicated employees and my fellow town board members, Kathy Burke-Gonzalez, David Lease, Sylvia Overby, and Kate Rogers. I also want to give a special thank you to my personal staff, Joanne Pilgrim and Ann Bell, who together with us keep local government functioning well. And looking ahead for our priorities for 2023, the board plans to focus on initiatives, all hands on housing, and improving water quality by expanding residential and commercial wastewater treatment initiatives. We will continue addressing sea level rise and coastal erosion through our coastal assessment and resiliency plan, CARP, and implementing the town's hamlet plans. We will continue to advocate and advance energy and sustainability goals, work to improve efficiency in the delivery of town services and the dissemination of information, and to protect our high quality of life. 2022 has been a very productive year, and the town is on solid footing. I feel honored and blessed to be the supervisor of the town of East Hampton, a town that comes together to support those in need, gathers to rebuke hatred, seeks to protect its environment, honors its history, and celebrates its diversity. We can rise to any challenge as long as we respect each other and work together for the common good. Let us work together for a better world and a happier new year in 2023. Thank you and stay well. We now have resolutions to approve.
Okay, starting with Resolution 2023-1, it sets the town board meeting dates for 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
2023-2 authorizes the annual agreement to spend highway funds.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
3 authorizes the superintendent of highways, Stephen Lynch, to purchase tools, equipment, replacement parts, and repair to machinery in the sum of $2,500 without prior approval.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
4 sets the hourly snow removal rates for the highway department at $35 per hour.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
5 appoints Lynn Overton and Dorina Castrati, deputy town clerks.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
6 appoints Carol Brennan, registrar of vital statistics, Lynn Overton, deputy registrar, and Dorina Castrati, sub-registrar.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
7 appoints assistant town attorneys David McMaster, Nancy Marshall, and Hope DeLauder.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
8 reappoints Ray Harden to the East Hampton Town Licensing Review Board for a term of 5 years expiring on December 31st, 2027.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
9 appoints Robert Ortman as the Licensing Review Chair for the calendar year 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
10 reappoints both Hugh King and Judy Samuelson to a 4-year term as a member of the Board of Ethics, with the term expiring December 31st, 2026.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
11 appoints Hugh King Jr. as the chairperson of the Board of Ethics for the calendar year 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
12 appoints Jeannie Nielsen, chairperson of the Board of Assessors for calendar year 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
13 authorizes the town bookkeeping office to make payment for such real property taxes as may be due or become due and payable upon properties owned by or acquired by the town of East Hampton.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
14 authorizes agreements with outside agencies for 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
15 appoints members to the Disability Advisory Board for the calendar year 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
16 appoints members to the East Hampton Sag Harbor Citizens Advisory Committee for calendar year 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
17 appoints members to the Senior Center Building Committee for calendar year 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
18 appoints members to the East Hampton Youth Task Force for 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
19 appoints members to the Springs Park Committee for 2023.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passed, carried. And anybody who doesn't want to sit through all of the resolutions, feel free to take your leave at this point. Thank you for
We
coming.
try to be succinct, right?
Exactly.
I have the privilege to offer Resolution 2023-20. This is investment of town monies for 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
2023-21 is appoint Deputy Superintendent of Highways for 2023, Robert Green Jr.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
22 is appoint Budget Officer Rebecca Hanson, appointed to the position of Budget Officer for calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
23 is to make our risk management insurance coverage for 2023 to retain and perform various consultant services. This would be for Epic insurance brokers and consultants.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
24 is to set 2023 compensation for part-time recreational department employees listed below, retroactive to January 1st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
25 is to set the salaries for the Architectural Review Board, for the Planning Board, for the Zoning Board of Appeals, for the Licensing Review Board, and Assessment Review Board for the calendar year 2023 as set below.
All in favor?
Was the correction done to those?
That is correct.
Okay.
yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
26 is designation of depositories for town funds for the calendar year 2023, being M&T Bank, Don Community Bank, and JP Morgan Chase.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
27 is a facsimile signature for use on checks that the supervisors authorize the use of facsimile signature on all town checks for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for saving me from carpal tunnel syndrome.
28, 2023-28 is to designate town office hours. The town hall and its annexes shall be open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday, excluding holidays, including lunch hours. And further, that the town clerk's office will be open from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., excluding holidays.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
2023-29 is to set the 2023 compensation for part-time Marine Patrol employees listed below, effective retroactive to January 1st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
30 is that Deputy Superintendent fires for 2023. Resolve that Dave Brown is hereby appointed to that position and at no compensation to act in the absence of the supervisor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
2023-31 is the cleaning allowance for the fire marshal and in harbors and docks for the calendar year 2023 with the amount of $450.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
2023-32 is appoint members of Nation Reserve Committee for calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
2023-33 is appoint members of the Fisheries Advisory Committee for calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
34 is appoint members of the Slips Committee for calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
35 is appoint members of the Little League Ball Field Relocation Committee for calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
36 is appoint Julie Evans, Fisheries Consultant for calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
2023-37 is the 2023 Water Quality Technical Advisory Committee membership for the calendar year. I need to make one amendment to that to remove Susan McCraw-Keeber on there.
And second is amended.
Second is amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass carried.
2023-38 is the 2023 Montauk Citizens Advisory Committee members for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass and carried.
Resolution 2023-39 is recyclables to be separated by self-haulers, and there is a list of how you are to separate them.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass and carried.
Resolution 2023-40 is recyclables to be separated by commercial carters, following another list.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass and carried.
Resolution 41 is to adopt 2023 fee schedule B, Town of East Hampton landfill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass and carried.
Resolution 42, I hope I'm doing this right.
That's right.
42 is Commissioner of Public Works and Director of Sanitation for 2023. Would be Steve Lynch is hereby appointed to serve as Commissioner of Public Works and Director of Sanitation for the calendar year 2023 at an annual cost of $26,010.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, pass and carried.
Resolution 43 is resolved that Hawkins, Delafield, and Wood LLP designated as our bond counsel for the town of East Hampton for the year of 2023 as the town board, to be used by the town board and the budget's office it deems appropriate on various bond and debt matters involving the town.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass and carried.
2023-44 is financial advisor. Resolved that the firm Capital Markets LLC be designated as our financial advisor to the town of East Hampton for 2023 on various matters such as debt issuance, loan assistance, compilation and distribution of financial information related to the town, and other activities deemed appropriate.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2023-45 is to appoint Bruce Bates, Emergency Preparedness Coordinator, 2023, and to appoint John Kent Howie, Assistant Emergency Preparedness Coordinator for 2023, at an annual salary for Bruce Bates at $24,148 paid
That's not-
quarter.
That's not correct. You need to remove the second result.
The second resolve for John Kent Howie? He is not.
I didn't think so. Really? Am I wrong on that?
That's, I thought they were both in the budget, but that's a
Okay.
Becky question. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to table this?
Can we just table it?
Yeah.
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 Tabling Resolution 45.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
Okay. Resolution 2023-46
Mhm.
is Town Historian. Resolved that Hugh King Jr., and we will have assignments all through the year, is hereby appointed as Town Historian for the year ending December 31st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2023-47 is for Town Crier, and that is also for Hugh King Jr. Is hereby designated as the town crier to the town of East Hampton for the year just ending in December 31st, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and
Passed
carried.
Thank you.
Resolution 2023-48 is the petty cash drawer funds for 2023, listing the various departments, a total of $4,905.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2023-49 is utility payments in advance of audit claims. This is a resolution authorizing that that will permit a more timely payment of charges and avoid penalties and late charges.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
2023-50 is the purchasing policy and procedures manual for 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 51 is annual association of dues, town dues for 2023. This is for the Association of Towns at an amount of $1,950 for the year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried. Resolution 52 is to set 2023 compensation for non-union and appointed employees. There is a list on the resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed.
Resolution 2023-53 is to set the 2023 compensation for department heads.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2023-54 is to appoint the East Hampton Arts Council members for 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 55 is to appoint the anti-bias task force members. One member has said he is moving on to do some other work he lives in Eastville, and we wish him good luck, and that's Michael Butler. So he will no longer be on the task force.
Second as amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
Resolution 2023-56 is to appoint business committee members for 2023. And there is a change in that as well, as Rick Whalen has said he has other business that he needs to conduct during that year.
Second as amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2023-57 is to appoint Waynescott Citizens Advisory Committee members for 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
And I'll start with Resolution 58, and this is for elected officials' compensation for 2023. And I'll just read these quickly. It's Supervisor 129,882, Town Clerk 109, for 87, town justices 2 at 94,327 each, superintendent of highways 109, $487, councilpersons 4 at $81,178 each, chair of the board of assessors at 104,184, assessors 2 at 077 each, trustee clerk at 26,552, assistant clerk 2 at $22,102, and 6 others at $9,409 each.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pass carried.
A resolution 59 designates the East Hampton Star as the official newspaper for the town of East Hampton for the year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 60 is to retain stenographic services for the Justice Court and Spanish language interpreters. And the stenographic services for 2023 will be at a rate of $275 per diem for compensation and $100 for transcripts for weekend and partial day arraignments. And the Spanish language interpreters will be at a rate of $125 for half day, $75 per session for the weekend arraignments, and an amount not to exceed $225 for a full day.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Resolution 61 is to direct the supervisor to submit to the town clerk within 60 days after the close of fiscal year, a copy of the report to the state controller required by section 30 of the general municipal law, and the town clerk shall cause a summary of such report to be published within 10 days after receipt thereof in a form approved by the state controller in the official newspapers and any other newspaper the town board may direct. And this is for the submission of a state controller's report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 62 is the 2023 rules for mileage reimbursement for the use of one's own car. And this is for town employees, supervisor, justices, town council members. And this will resolve that they will be able to recoup related travel expenses for parking, ferry tolls upon submission of written receipts and a travel reimbursement form, and that a mileage log must accompany all vouchers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 63 authorizes travel for Stephen Lynch and Conrad Fisher to inspect used equipment through auctions, federal surplus, and used vehicle suppliers. Such equipment is often available at lower prices, but one must inspect and express desire to purchase on very short notice. Therefore, Stephen Lynch and whoever he deems necessary to travel to these locations are authorized to do so.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pass carried.
Resolution 64 is regards to the 2023 Police Department activities. It talks about the fees for DWI blood tests at the rate of $175. Employment of seasonal and part-time employees at the rates listed below. For training conferences upon recommendation of the chief of police or supervisor, personnel are authorized under the police department to attend trainings, conferences, seminars, and workshops. And further, upon the recommendation of the chief of police or the supervisor or deputy supervisor may engage the services to conduct training conferences, seminars, workshops, etc.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. 20, Resolution 65 is to appoint Elise Prado and Janine Midzweski to the Fort Hill Cemetery trustee as Fort Hill Cemetery trustee members for a term of 5 years.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
66, Resolution 66 is to appoint Elise Prado as the chairperson of the Fort Hill Cemetery Board of Trustees for the year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass
Resolution 67 describes the following investment policy for the town for the year 2023. And this investment policy applies to all monies and other financial resources available for the investment on town behalf or on the behalf of any other entity or individual, and the list it follows.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Next, I have Resolution 68, and this sets the travel and reimbursement policy for town employees for 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 69 sets the travel and reimbursement policy for 2023 for vendors.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 70 approves compensation for the 2023 annual stipends. This is where town employees and officials assigned duties in addition to the requirements of their job titles shall be paid the following stipends in 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pass carried.
Resolution 71 is to set 2023 compensation for part-time employees.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 72 appoints Wildlife Management Advisory Committee members for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pass carried.
Resolution 73 is to rename the litter committee to the East Hampton Town Litter Action Committee and appoint the 2023 members.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
Resolution 74 appoints the 2023 membership of the Energy Sustainability Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And
Pass
I
carried.
wish to table Resolution 75. There may be some changes to the membership, and I don't want to add and subtract and add and subtract. So I'd like to offer it on Tuesday as a whole.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pass carried.
And 76 is to appoint the 2023 Spring Citizens Advisory Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pass carried. Resolution 2023-77 is to appoint Deputy Town Supervisor Kathy Burke Gonzalez.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried. Resolution 78 is to appoint ARB member Diane Benson to be reappointed to the Architectural Review Board for a 5-year term expiring December 31st, 2027.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. 79 is the ARB Chair, resolve Kathy Cunningham is appointed to Chairperson of the Architectural Review Board for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. Resolution 80 is to appoint Vice Chair Architectural Review Board Esperanza Leon for the calendar year of 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. 81 is to appoint Planning Board member Luis Cortese, and that's for the term expiring December 31st, 2029.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed, carried. Resolution 82 is to appoint the Planning Board Chair Samuel Kramer for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed, carried. Resolution 83.
Bless you. You want him to be
Carol, you
sworn
want to swear him in? Sam, you want to get sworn in? Okay. Right to it. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sam.
And thank you for serving, Sam. Resolution 83 is to appoint Planning Board Vice Chair for 2023, and that's Ian Calder Piedmont for the calendar year of 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed, carried. 84 is to appoint Zoning Board of Appeals member Ed Johan for the, term expiring December 31st, 2027.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. 85 is to appoint Zoning Board Appeals Chair Roy Deline for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. 86 is to appoint Zoning Board of Appeals Vice Chair Ed Johan for the calendar year 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed, carried. 87 is to adopt a revised town fund balance policy.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed, carried. 88 is to appoint the 2023 Montauk Beach Preservation Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed, carried. 89 is to appoint the 2023 Town Property Management Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed, carried. Resolution 90 is to appoint the 2023 Montauk Wastewater Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 91 is to appoint the 2023 Agricultural Advisory Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 92 is to appoint the 2023 Amagansett Citizens Advisory Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 2023-93 is to reappoint Rameshwar Das to the 2023 Waterfront Advisory Committee and reappoint him as chairman.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. 94 is secret determination, bonding for acquisition of computer hardware and software. This at our last work session. and that's
Second.
In the amount of
Yep.
$865,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 2023-95 is warrant number 1A, approval of claims. And that is $2,349,000, $635.68. Utility warrant 1A is $54,264.80.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Are there any other resolutions to offer? Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
So Could I make a motion to go into exec session to discuss personnel and license agreements?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed and carried. Stay safe and be well, everyone.